And the UK's Finance Minister Jeremy Hunt is expected to announce tax cuts later when he sets out a budget update in the House of Commons. The so-called autumn statement also contains the latest predictions for economic growth and government borrowing. It comes with the governing Conservatives trailing the opposition Labour Party in polls. DD India's Olly Barratt reports from London.
This is a major moment in the British political calendar. Technically, it's not a full budget. The autumn statement is designed to be an update, really, to the government's plans for the economy, but also forecasts for the economy, which come from the Independent Office for Budget Responsibility. And the Office for Budget Responsibility's forecasts earlier in the year were for much higher public borrowing than has actually turned out to be the case. And that is part of the reason that there is so much expectation now that there will be tax cuts contained in Jeremy Hunt's autumn statement, because it is considered that the government can afford a bit more than it was expecting to be able to at this point in the economic cycle. We're expecting, therefore, announcements perhaps on business taxes or personal taxes that the Chancellor Jeremy Hunt feels that he can afford, because he says that the priority now is to try and make this an autumn statement that leads to economic growth. Part of the reason that is the focus at the moment, he says, is that UK inflation has come down now below 5%, according to the latest figures, and that was a key target of the government at the beginning of the year, to halve inflation from where it was then at around 10%, with all the difficulties that was providing when it comes to cost of living for households and businesses up and down the country. That said, inflation remains much higher still than the Bank of England's target of 2%, so there isn't a huge amount of wiggle room for the Chancellor. Olly Barratt in London, reporting for DD India.